Homelessness among young people is a serious issue. Homeless youth, sometimes referred to as unaccompanied youth, are individuals who lack parental, foster, or institutional care. The National Runaway Switchboard estimates that on any given night, there are approximately 1.3 million homeless youth living unsupervised in the streets, in abandoned buildings, with friends, with strangers. To think of that's frightening. Homeless youth are at a higher risk for physical abuse, sexual exploitation, mental health disabilities, substance abuse, and even death. It is estimated that 5,000 unaccompanied youth die each year as a result of illness or suicide. Data also suggests that the current or previous recession has yielded an increase in homelessness and runaway youth between '05 and '08. The National Runaway Switchboard saw a 200% increase in calls from youth indicating economic reasons for running away from their home. The switchboard also reported an increase in the numbers of youth who were kicked out of their homes. An '08 survey of school districts showed an increase in the number of homeless students. It is important to note that precise numbers of homeless youth are difficult to determine due to the lack of a standard methodology and mobility of the homeless population. Think about that, and I just want to get into a few more facts about our homeless youth. Because studies have shown that 1 in 7 young people between the ages of 10 and 18 will run away. Youth aged from 12 to 17 are more at risk of homeless than adults. 75% of runaways are usually female. Estimates of the number of pregnant homeless girls are between 6 and 22%. Between 20 and 40% of homeless youth identify as gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgendered, or in questioning. 46% of runaway homeless youth reported being physically abused. 38% reported being emotionally abused. 17% reported being forced into unwanted sexual activity by a family of a household member. 75% of homeless runaway youth have dropped out of or will drop out of school. And those are facts that we need to pay close attention to. Because these runaway youth need their families. They need someone that can love and care for them. That's why states have adopted a variety of policies to combat youth homelessness. Some of these policies address the educational needs of homeless runaways, runaway youth, while others appropriate money for shelters and transitional housing. Other policies include counseling and outreach services to already homeless youth or youth at risk of becoming homeless. Family outreach is very, very important. Family outreach is to prevent out-of-home placements. When youth are still at home but at risk, the YOPC, which is the Youth Outreach Program Committee, will review and provide options related to in-home counseling, outpatient counseling, mediation, informal kinship placements, or respite plans in order to promote family integration. When youth have already left their homes, the YOPC will assess their age, their willingness to contact their parents, type of communication with parents, what the youth wants, and also what would it take for them to reunite with their families. I want to bring up another program which is called the Cascade Youth and Family Center. They work to reunite youth with their families. They strengthen family relationships, encourage stable living conditions for youth, and support youth in choosing constructive courses of action toward education, of completion, and employment. The Cascade Youth and Family Center utilizes a positive youth development strategy, which involves both the youth and families and the decision-making process. We believe long-term positive results depend on the empowerment of youth and their families and the support of existing assets. Another program is called the Open Door Youth Services, which provide a 24-hour, 7 days a week service. You can call them anytime. They're here all the time, every day. So this is a great program. If you see someone that needs a child that needs help, or you just want to help someone, this is a great program, which is called the Open Door Youth Services. They do face-to-face crisis intervention. They do shelter arrangements. They do ongoing intervention services for runaways and their youth. They also provide information and referrals. They also provide education and outreach. Outreach, again, is very, very important to get these kids off the streets. And that will conclude my speech for this evening.